Let me guess what happened this morning. Your alarm went off, you hit snooze, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. You told yourself just 5 more minutes and it felt completely harmless. Here's what actually happened. You just made a choice that's going to cost you 182 hours this year. That's 7.5 full days. Gone. But here's the thing. That's just one of 3 habits that are literally stealing years from your future. Not tomorrow, not eventually, right now, today, as we speak. And the worst part? These habits seem so small, so harmless, so insignificant that most people defend them. They rationalize them. They say it's not a big deal. Meanwhile, those habits are compounding against them, stealing their time, their focus, their potential, and their future, one tiny choice at a time. Today, I'm breaking down the 3 habits that are robbing you blind, showing you the actual math on what they're costing you, and giving you one specific action to take right now to stop the bleeding. No motivational speeches, no "you got this" nonsense, just the brutal numbers and what to do about it. Let's go. Habit number 1, hitting snooze, the time thief. You know what's crazy? We treat the snooze button like it's giving us something. Like those extra 9 minutes are actually restful or valuable. They're not. Science has proven that fragmented sleep is worse than no sleep. When you hit snooze, you're starting a new sleep cycle your body can't complete. You wake up more tired, more groggy, more brain fogged than if you'd just gotten up the first time. But let's talk about what it's really costing you. Most people hit snooze an average of 2 to 3 times per morning. Let's be conservative and say twice. That's 18 minutes per day. Doesn't sound like much, right? Here's the compound effect. 18 minutes per day times 5 days per week, being generous with weekends, equals 90 minutes per week. 90 minutes per week times 52 weeks equals 4,680 minutes per year. That's 78 hours, more than 3 full days per year. But wait, that's just the time calculation. Let's talk about what really gets stolen. Those first 18 minutes of your day, that's your highest willpower time. That's when your decision-making is strongest. That's when you have the most mental energy, and you're using it to make the weakest possible choice, avoiding discomfort. What happens when you start every single day by choosing comfort over commitment? You're training your brain that it's okay to quit when things get hard. You're compounding weakness. Meanwhile, let's look at the alternative timeline. Person A hits snooze, rolls out of bed 18 minutes late, rushes through morning, starts the day reactive and scattered. Person B gets up immediately, uses those 18 minutes to, day 1 to 30, read 5 pages of a valuable book, finishes 12 books per year. Day 31 to 60, do 10 minutes of focused planning, compounds into better decisions. Day 61 to 90, learn a new skill for 15 minutes, becomes an expert in 2 years. Over 5 years, Person A lost 390 hours to snooze, started 1,825 days in reaction mode. Person B read 60 books, learned multiple skills, stayed 1,825 days in control. The compound effect isn't just about time. It's about who you're becoming with every single decision. Here's your tiny daily improvement. Tomorrow morning, put your phone across the room. When the alarm goes off, you have to get up to turn it off. Once you're up, do not get back in bed. Instead, immediately do one thing that serves your future. Drink water, do 5 push-ups, read 1 page. Doesn't matter what it is, just prove to yourself that you can choose future you over comfort. Do that for 7 days straight. Just 7. Watch what happens to your willpower in every other area of your life. Habit number 2, mindless phone scrolling, the focus killer. Here's a fun exercise. Check your screen time right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. Average person, 3 to 4 hours per day on their phone. 4 hours. That's 1,460 hours per year. That's 60 full days, 2 entire months. But again, that's not even the real cost. Every time you pick up your phone and start scrolling, you're destroying something way more valuable than time. You're destroying your ability to focus. Studies show it takes an average of 23 minutes to regain deep focus after a distraction. 23 minutes! So let's do the math on this. You check your phone 150 times per day. That's the average. Even if you only break focus 20 of those times, that's 460 minutes of destroyed focus time. That's 7.6 hours per day where you can't do deep work. Here's what that compounds into. No deep focus equals no deep work. No deep work equals no valuable skills developed. No valuable skills equals no income growth. No income growth equals same life, different year, forever. Meanwhile, your competition, the person who's going to get the promotion, the client, the opportunity you wanted, they're doing deep work while you're scrolling through content you won't remember in 5 minutes. Let me show you the real cost. Person A scrolls 3 hours per day, 1,095 hours per year. Person B uses 1 hour per day for focused skill building, 365 hours per year. In 365 hours of focused practice, you can become conversational in a new language, learn to code well enough to build apps, master a musical instrument to performance level, build an entire side business from scratch. Person A, they know what everyone else ate for lunch and saw a bunch of videos they can't even remember. 5 years later, Person A, same skills, same income, wondering why nothing changed. Person B, multiple valuable skills, higher income, more opportunities. The compound effect of attention is brutal. What you focus on grows. What you ignore dies. And when you're constantly fragmenting your focus, nothing grows. Here's your tiny daily improvement. Starting today, create one 60-minute block of phone-free time. Put your phone in another room, not on silent, not face down, gone. Use that hour for one focused task that actually matters. Learn something, build something, create something. Just 1 hour of uninterrupted deep work per day. Do this for 30 days. Track what you accomplish in those 30 hours. Then compare that to what you accomplished in your last 90 hours of scrolling. The difference will shock you. Habit number 3. I'll start Monday mentality, the dream killer. This is the one that really gets me because it seems so reasonable. I'll start my diet Monday. I'll start working out next week. I'll start that business after the holidays. I'll start saving money next month. Sounds responsible, right? You're planning. You're being strategic. You're waiting for the right time. Wrong. You're stealing years from yourself. Here's what actually happens with the I'll start Monday mentality. Monday comes. You're not ready, so you push it to next Monday. Next Monday comes. Something comes up. You push it to the Monday after that. Before you know it, 6 months have passed, a year, 5 years. Let me show you the compound cost of this. Person A decides to start a side business, says, I'll start Monday. Delays 1 week, then another, then another. Spends 6 months getting ready before starting. Person B starts today, imperfectly, scared, not ready, makes mistakes immediately, learns fast, iterates quickly. 6 months later, person A just starting, nervous, overwhelmed. Person B, 6 months of experience, mistakes already made and learned from, momentum built. 5 years later, person A maybe started, maybe didn't, definitely didn't go far. Person B, 5 years of compound learning, earned income, established business. But here's the real cost. It's not just about the business or the diet or the workout. It's about what you're teaching yourself about who you are. Every time you say, "I'll start Monday," and don't, you're training your brain that you're someone who doesn't follow through. You're compounding self-distrust. You're building an identity of someone who quits before they start. Meanwhile, the person who starts immediately, even badly, is building an identity of action. They're compounding self-trust. They're proving to themselves that when they commit, they follow through. Over time, this compounds into something massive. Person with "I'll start Monday" mentality sees self as a procrastinator, has evidence of constant delays, believes they can't stick to anything. Person with "start now" mentality sees self as an action taker, has evidence of follow-through, believes they can accomplish anything they commit to. Your identity is the compound effect of your daily decisions. Every time you delay, you're voting for the identity of someone who delays. Every time you start immediately, you're voting for the identity of someone who takes action. Which identity are you building? Here's your tiny daily improvement. Right now, and I mean right now, pick one thing you've been saying you'll start Monday, or soon, or when you're ready. Not 3 things, 1. And do the smallest possible version of it in the next 60 minutes. Want to start a business? Spend 30 minutes researching the first step. Want to get in shape? Do 10 push-ups right now. Want to learn a skill? Watch 1 tutorial video today. It doesn't matter how small it is. What matters is that you're breaking the pattern of delay. You're training your brain that when you commit, you act. Do this once, and it gets easier. Do it consistently, and it becomes who you are. The challenge. All right, here's where you prove this wasn't just entertainment. You've got 3 habits that are stealing your future. Hitting snooze, stealing your time and willpower. Mindless scrolling, stealing your focus and potential. And "I'll start Monday," stealing your momentum and identity. Here's your challenge. Pick one, just one. If snooze is your demon, phone across the room tomorrow morning. Get up immediately. If scrolling is your problem, create 1 phone-free hour today for deep work. If delay is your enemy, start the one thing you've been putting off in the next 60 minutes. Not all 3, that's overwhelming. Just 1. Because here's what nobody tells you about breaking bad habits. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to interrupt the pattern once. Then do it again the next day. Then again. Small interruptions compound into massive changes. The person who hits snooze every day for 5 years versus the person who gets up immediately every day, they're living in completely different realities 5 years from now. Not because of some massive, dramatic change, but because tiny daily choices compound. So which choice are you making right now? Are you going to close this video, nod, say, "That was interesting," and change nothing? Or are you going to pick one habit, interrupt it today, and start compounding in your favor? The brutal truth? Most people will do nothing. They'll recognize themselves in these habits, feel uncomfortable for a minute, and then go right back to snoozing, scrolling, and delaying. But you're not most people. You're still here. You watched to the end, which means something in you wants more than you currently have. That's enough. That tiny desire, acted on consistently, compounds into an entirely different life. So drop in the comments which habit you're breaking today. Not all of them, just one. Accountability makes it real. And if you want more no BS breakdowns of how tiny daily choices compound into massive results, subscribe. I post new videos every week on the psychology, math, and strategy behind real personal growth. Not motivation, not cheerleading, just the truth about what actually works. Now stop watching YouTube and go break one habit. Your future self is counting on you.